Hey everybody, this is Chef Platinum here with another cooking video, and today's cooking video is going to be Knight's apple pie. Why apple pie, you may ask? Well, technically my favorite pie is pumpkin pie, but the way I got into making apple pies is because, well, believe it or not, it was actually one of my favorite anime shows that inspired me to start making apple pie. The anime is called Clannad, and the way this anime show inspired me to start making apple pies was, well, there is this episode in Clannad where two friends get together to have lunch at a library, and there is a scene where one of the friends, a character named Katomi, decides to make an apple pie for her friend. And I always thought that was, very romantic. And she also makes her friend Okwazaki some tea. And I always thought that scene was really sweet and nice. And so that's what really made me want to start making my own apple pies, just like Hitomi. I made it for Thanksgiving along with my mac and cheese, as in my last cooking video. So, yeah, this time I'm gonna try to make some enhancements with this apple pie. But yeah, everybody, I think my apple pie is at least decent. So I'm gonna do my best to improve this apple pie. And yeah, I hope you guys like my recipe. I call it Knight's apple pie for a reason, because I'm the Platinum Knight. But originally I thought about calling it Platinum's apple pie until I realized, nah, that doesn't sound too fitting. And so I thought it was just better to call it Knight's apple pie. So without further ado, here is how to make Knight's apple pie. We're gonna start off by showing you the ingredients you're going to need to make a Knight's apple pie. Starting off with the first ingredient, some all-purpose flour. The next ingredient you're going to need is sugar. The most important ingredient you're gonna need is the apples themselves. Right here I have 8 Granny Smith apples. Technically you only need 7 Granny Smith apples, but I like to make my apple pie with an extra apple. The next ingredient is a couple of sticks of unsalted butter, some table salt, some vanilla extract, and of course, some cinnamon. Another ingredient you're going to need is water, but I'll show you when to use water as I am making the apple pie. Alright everybody, time for me to put all these ingredients together. To start off with, get yourself a nice big glass bowl like this to put in all your dough ingredients. The first ingredient we're gonna put in is 2.5 cups of flour. The next ingredient is going to be 1/4 cup of sugar. Next is going to be 1 teaspoon of salt. The next thing you are going to add is a whole stick of unsalted butter. Be sure your unsalted butter is cut up into squares and it's cold. Alright. There we go. After you put in the butter and before you add your cold water, go ahead and get yourself a wooden spoon and just start mixing. Mix. Mix like this. The next thing you're going to do is add 8 tablespoons of cold water. It's better if it's ice cold water, but it's okay if you use cold water too. I don't recommend you use hot water or room temperature water, or else it's not going to mix as good. Alright. Remember, 8 tablespoons. Alright, after you just put in 8 tablespoons of water in your bowl, now it's time to get your spoon again and start mixing. Mix very well. This is where you're gonna have to get dirty and use your hands. Alright, at this point it's starting to look like I'm gonna have to use my hands, but because I'm using one hand to record this video, yeah, I'm gonna have to put down the camera. If you feel like it's not really mixing very well, feel free to add some more water to make it a little easier. And while you use your hands to mix everything up, put it into a ball of dough. Well, that took a lot longer than originally expected, and I did have to add a little bit more water to make it form into a ball. But yeah, after you mix all of the dough ingredients into a bowl, it is time to refrigerate it for at least an hour. Alright everybody, next we are going to make the pie filling. I already cut up and sliced my Granny Smith apples. But here's what I like to do though. I actually like to cook my apples for the pie filling, because when you cook your apples, it actually makes the apples a lot more moist and it comes out really, really tender. So when I cook my apples for my starch, I use just a couple squares of butter. Alrighty. There we go. Okay, time for me to cook the apples. After you cook your 8 Granny Smith apples, just let it cool down for a little bit before you put in the butter. The next ingredient you are going to put in for the pie filling is a whole stick of melted, unsalted butter. Make sure you put it around. There we go. Up next is 3 tablespoons of flour. The next ingredient is 1/4 cup of water. Okay, gotta be gentle here. There we go. Alright. Then you put 1 tablespoon of vanilla extract. Then you are going to put 1 cup of sugar. lastly, you are going to put 1.5 tablespoons of cinnamon. After you put all your ingredients in for the pie filling, that's when you start mixing. Just start mixing. Mix away. You don't have to use your hands this time. Alright everybody, that pretty much looks good. That's it for mixing up the apple pie filling. I am still I'm waiting for the pie dough to refrigerate. So after the pie dough is done refrigerating, I'm going to cut it in half and put it in the pie pan. And then we will put in the pie filling. But for now, I'm going to let the filling rest. Okay, I got my trusty pie pan over here. I got my flour over there. I got my rolling pin. And my pie dough is finally refrigerated after waiting for 1 hour. Alright everybody, the next step is to get yourself a knife like this and cut the dough in half. It's okay if you grab a little bit of flour and like put it all over your counter so that way the dough doesn't stick. There we go. Oh, that should be good. Yeah, that should be just fine. Alright. Alright, first we're going to do the bottom part of the pie. So what you're going to want to do is get a rolling pin like this and yeah, everybody, start squishing. Uh-oh. Hold on, everybody. I'm gonna have to move this somewhere else. I guess right here is just gonna have to do. Yeah, that's good. Alright. Gotta make this flat as much as possible. Alright, that looks good enough. Now, the tricky part is putting this dough into the pie pan. And as you can see, while I was rolling the dough, I used some of my unsalted butter to butter up my pie pan. So there is a little bit of a technique. What you can easily do is use your rolling pin and grab the dough and then just roll it onto your rolling pin and then put it in here. But you gotta be careful though. So because I'm currently recording this with one hand, I'm gonna have to show me putting the dough in the pie pan off screen. Now that I got the bottom part of the pie crust to fit in the pie pan, now it is time to put in the filling. Alright, I have to be extremely careful right here. Perfect! I just put in the filling, and now it is time for me to put on the top part of the pie. Okay everybody, now that I put the pie crust on top, I'm just going to make a few finishing touches. I used a fork to pinch the sides of the pie crust, and what I like to do is I like to cut at least 5 lines. You want to do this so that way your pie does not inflate. So usually I like to cut 5 lines like in a star. There we go. Alright, that looks pretty good. the final thing you're going to want to do is the egg wash. All you really need is just one egg and a little bit of water in a cup. Okay, time to put the egg wash on top of the pie. After you put on the egg wash on the top of the pie, last but not least is cinnamon. Alright everybody, that's pretty much it. That's how you pretty much make Knight's apple pie. Now it is time to put this baby in the oven. Alright everybody, that's it for this cooking video. That's it for this tutorial on how to make Knight's apple pie. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give me a thumbs up and subscribe. Hit that notification bell for new videos, and peace out everybody. Stay hungry.